Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
We're going to be talking about some of the worst box art that video games has ever had, as well as some of the worst downgrades from Japanese box art to US box art. For decades, video game box art was an important part of the gaming experience, capturing the excitement and intrigue of the game within a single image. But in recent years, something has changed, man. Once upon a time, video game box art was an art form. It was the first thing that caught your eye on the store shelf, and it had to be good. It had to be something that made you want to pick up the game and play it. Not to say newer games implement no art techniques, not at all. There are still fantastic modern video games with great box art, but they're few and far between now. The problem with the current state of video game box art is that it's just become too generic. Like legit, this looks like stuff that could be pushed out through an AI generator at this point. Instead of being creative and unique, game developers and publishers have opted for a more safe and predictable approach. They want to appeal to the widest audience possible, but in doing so, they've lost the magic that made video game box art so special. I hate to say it, but even something as big budget and near universally praised as God of War Ragnarok has suffered this. Despite my personal opinion of God of War 2018, I can admire this box art. Looks damn near like a painting, but unfortunately for Ragnarok, they gave us this. I don't understand why the shift in quality was so drastic here, and what's even worse is the rear box art. Like, this has to be the most lazy stuff I've ever seen in my life. Take the Final Fantasy series, for example. The early games in this series featured beautifully hand-drawn illustrations that perfectly captured the epic fantasy world of the game. But now we see a very different approach. The newer games feature photoshopped images of characters in generic poses, with little to no attention paid to the setting or atmosphere of the game. This is a trend that can be seen across many other franchises as well. And this isn't even including the atrocious US downgrades we see from the Japanese box art. I mean, take Final Fantasy XII. Look at this glorious minimalistic art that just screams Final Fantasy to its core. Now look at this. Like, what is that? Okay, how about this one, God Hand? Now, you might see this US box art and think, damn, Deadbeat, I don't know what you mean, this box art is fire. And it's not terrible by any stretch, until you see this absolute heat that is the Japanese box art. Like, how can this exist and it wasn't used in every region? Okay, I hear you, but I don't care about Japanese box art. Well, my friend, let me show you some games that have just declined in quality over the years, or the box art was completely reinvented from what was planned in the game. Let's start with BioShock Infinite. Originally, we were meant to see something like this, which I feel is way more fitting with the series' tone and really looks like a BioShock game. Now, after market research, they revised this art. And as BioShock fans know, painfully, we received one of the most generic cover arts I've ever seen in gaming. Like, it's legitimately the personification of man with gun in a pose looking off screen. Even better, look at this absolutely cold Metal Gear Solid 4 box art. Super cool and pays homage to the original title's unique illustrations. And what do we get for Metal Gear Solid 5? Yet another generic character looking off screen box art, which tells me nothing about the game's identity or style. Oh, I've got to stop. Look, there are numerous reasons for these downgrades and declining quality. A chief reason could honestly be that gaming has become so online focused that the actual marketing ability of box art has been diminished, with a simple Google search of a game being able to tell you everything you need to know about it. Not like when I was a kid and I saw the box art for Scalar on the PS2, a pretty generic action platformer, but damn, this art goes hard, so I bought it because it looked cool. All I'm saying is bring back the magic to box art. It's still there. Devs and publishers just need to find it again. And if you too have an appreciation for older games and wish things were the way they used to be, like an old man like me, then come over and follow my Twitch. I stream every Sunday and Monday. I also have a TikTok as well. Go check that out. Thanks for watching, guys.